Is it really worth it to be thin, beautiful, and weak as hell? I don't think so. That's what I want to talk to you about this week. Body image, strength, self-acceptance, ideas of beauty, all of that jazz. Let's discuss it. Hello, beautiful people, beautiful souls. I hope you're doing well today. Thanks for tuning in. It's me, Melody. Welcome back to my channel. And this week I want to talk to you about body image. I promise I have clothes on. I promise. There we go. Man, I'm sick and tired. Or, woman, I'm sick and tired of feeling bad. How about you? I apologize for the power tools in the back if you can hear it, but I have to move forward with this recording because I only have so much time on my hands with my little 9-month-old and my babysitting. So I gotta do it. Hang in there with me. I apologize for the neighbor with their chainsaw. Sunday afternoon antics, right? Who wouldn't want to be using their chainsaw on a Sunday afternoon? I don't know. This week I want to talk body image because it's been something that I have struggled with my entire life. I remember being about 6 years old and looking at my Barbie and thinking, what's wrong with me? Because my legs touch, my thighs touch, but Barbies don't touch. That's disservice number 1, America. Disservice number 2, America, is that everywhere we look, the images have been photoshopped. Everywhere we look, whether it's advertising, whether it's the movies and some other types of software programs to make people look more beautiful, whether it is even YouTube videos. There's a little thing on my phone that will smooth out my skin tone and my texture and make me look like I've lived less life than I have. Sometimes I want to use it, but what's the point? That's a disservice because everywhere we look, we see things that are fake. And it puts that into our mind because it's so ubiquitous. We feel that that's normal to look that way when those people don't even look that way. I am a computer art and photography teacher, and we have an article for our students. I have an article for them about Photoshop. It was published maybe 5-6 years ago. I don't have access to it right now. It's in my classroom, but it discusses how everything is Photoshopped, and even models themselves feel bad when they look at pictures of themselves in an ad because they don't look like that in real life, so it makes them feel even less worthy. This is a sickness we have in America and around the world, in our minds and in our hearts. We don't even look like ourselves online, right? Everything is very much curated. Everything is retouched. Disservice number 2. That brings me to disservice number 3. Get ready for this. In April of 2020, in The Loop, that's this year, everybody, they quoted us women as spending $300,000 on beauty products in our lifetimes. And I thought, you know what, is that a extravagant figure? Let me go and get a second opinion on this. Birdie Online Magazine, April 23rd, 2020, quoted this, an average of $313 per month women spend on beauty and personal products, personal care products to look good. That came to $3,756 a year, or $225,360 in a lifetime, $250,000 over our lifetime. My student loans with my graduate degree are only like $55,000. Ladies, we could be getting a whole lot more for our money. I have a couple of stories. So back when I was 12, I remember looking in the mirror and looking at my stomach and thinking, man, I'm so fat. Standing behind a door so that you couldn't see some of my stomach, standing sideways and thinking to myself, wow, maybe now I look better. If only I could just tape myself up with some stuff and go to school. That's 12 years old. Actually, that could have been 11. 5th grade, summer. That's sad. I was a chubby kid. And I'm thinking that to myself already. I don't look good. I need to do this to make myself look better. I need to hide myself. I struggled with my weight throughout high school. I basically didn't eat anything, and I still weighed. I remember senior year, I was super tiny on my frame, but I guess I'm big boned and I have a lot of muscle density. I weighed 135 pounds senior year and I felt so fat and so heavy because some of my friends weighed 120, 115, 110, and here I was at 135. I felt bad about myself, right? I was looking good. I was really thin, right? Looking back, ladies, didn't we always look great? The times when we thought we looked the worst, didn't we always look good? Little backstory, I grew up dancing. Man, I love dancing. I am a Scorpio sun sign, Sagittarius rising, intense, needing to burn off energy through physical activity. That's my Sagittarius side. Strong leg muscles. I love to run. I love to sprint. I hated running, but man, could I go fast. I have strong, sturdy legs that I've always been grateful for. Dance was a huge part of my life, but I was the shorter, told you I'm 5'4", muscly one. And man, I could do so many things. I was strong as hell. Even as a kid in dance class, we won national dance competitions for our tap routines. I loved it. I was a passionate little dancer. We ended up moving around. I fell out of dance. I got back into dance when I went to the junior college, which I'm so grateful for. By the way, it is such a good idea, I believe, to spend 2 years at your local community college because in the United States, education is a racket. At any rate, okay, I digress. If I'm talking to any young adults, consider those junior colleges though. Okay, they'll save you some money and then you can pay more attention to your graduate studies later, okay? I got back into dance in college and I took these ballet classes, which were so fantastic. But again, I'm 5'4", I'm muscly, I'm not long, lean, the typical ballerina style. My professor was such a B that she gave me a C. You get what I'm saying. She labeled me an average dancer, but yet she had me do demos with some of the boys in class for jumps, right? Because I could catch some real air and I had good form. I remember trying to please that teacher, and I remember considering, just why not go throw up in the bathroom after I eat? Why not? I never really did that because I didn't enjoy the idea of purging. I thought, that seemed like a lot of work, seemed uncomfortable. But I went through times where perhaps I wasn't eating well, I wasn't eating at all. I know I did that in high school. Body image screws with our mind. That ballet teacher screwed with my mind. And I remember if she had given me a better grade than a C, I would have stayed on in that class. That teacher told us to all stand up straight, ladies. You should have a baggy leotard right here in front underneath our breasts, right there. We should have a baggy leotard. And leotards are inherently clingy, right? But, man, we all got that bag underneath our breast. That lady was nuts. She would also brag about being back on the floor, back in her dance gear 6 weeks after giving birth to her child. That's not very long. I didn't even get approval from my doctor until 12 weeks to exercise after I had a C-section. She was unhappy, and she projected that to all of us young women and young men. And it wasn't good for us at all. She sure did a number on so many of us. I wasn't the only one who had body image issues because of this woman. So please know, if you are going through something like that where people are projecting unrealistic and unhealthy expectations on you, it's their problem. It is not you, my beautiful friends. It's not you, it's them. Even though it gave me body image issues, that was one of the strongest times in my life where I sure appreciated my body. So I've been on the chubby side, feeling weak. I've been on the thinner side, feeling weak after my son. I had gotten out of exercise, this and that. I hadn't been going to yoga, and I just felt like so weak. I felt atrophied after a while, and I'm gaining my muscle back now. He's 9 months old. It takes a while, right? It takes some focus, but we got it. We got that if we want it. Now I'm trying to spend time on gaining strength instead of trying to be thin. Before I got pregnant, we did keto at my thinnest since high school, and I didn't feel very strong. I look back on those dancing days. I even had a ballet boot camp where I was dancing 3 hours every day during the summer, except for Saturdays and Sundays, 5 days a week, 15 hours a week, clocking intense ballet. And it was quite an experience. That's when I met my husband, and he's a big guy. He's 6'2". He's a big guy, weighs up in the upper 200s. And I remember playing airplane with him and rolling him like a log with my feet. These are my feet, you know, and we were holding hands like you do with a little kid when you're lying on your back, you know, playing airplane. He said I was just laughing and bouncing him around with my legs. So ballet dancers, they are not weaklings. That was a great time in my life. But I got the hell out of there because that teacher was poisonous, and I got into yoga even back then. And I'm glad I went back in my mid-30s because it is so good for the body, mind, and heart. You feel so strong, and you're just doing creative style stretching and these beautiful flows, and you're able to make your mind be more calm. So yoga is a treasure, and that might be another discussion. Right now we're talking about body image. And I just want to convey to everybody that I've gone up, I've gone down. And it's always like this for everybody. The grass is greener on the other side. You guys may have noticed my eyes are blue. I have light eyes. I have some students with brown eyes, and those beautiful girls would tell me things like, "Oh, I like your eyes, Miss Brown. You know, your eyes are so pretty." And I would say to them, "Oh my gosh, your eyes are so pretty." I could never wear the color eyeshadow I wanted to wear, especially in high school when I was really flamboyant with my makeup, because my eyes were too blue and I looked like a clown, I thought. If I had had brown eyes, that purple eyeshadow would have looked amazing. And that's what I tell those girls when they tell me things like, "Oh, Miss Brown, your eyes are so pretty. I wish I had blue eyes." I wish I had brown eyes because they're much more versatile in terms of eyeshadow choices. I even read recently that Americans, and nowadays in general, this is one of the only times in history where people claim that they wear makeup for themselves. And could this just be like a defense mechanism, right? Somebody's just like saying, "Oh, no, I do this for myself," because we're trying to defend the idea or the habit of spending $313 a month average on makeup. Could that just be, you know, a defense to say, "Oh, I'm doing it for myself"? I don't know about that. Back in history, back in ancient times, even for Egyptians and so forth, ancient cultures we find to be beautiful, they wore makeup, and even Native Americans I was reading, they wore makeup and painted their bodies and their faces in order to represent something to other people. Strength, status, self-beliefs. There's something disjointed here, isn't there? We need to be grateful for our bodies as the machine that's taking you through this life. Your body is a vessel. That's a commonly held belief. Treat your body good. If we didn't have so many body image issues, I'm going out on a limb here, and this is controversial. If women and girls and boys weren't made to feel less than, would we be able to be preyed upon at such horrific rates? That's just, I'm putting that out there. Love yourself. Be grateful for your body. Are you strong and healthy? Love your body. Love your body. Ideas of beauty have changed so much throughout the centuries. The Venus of Willendorf, a fertility statue, way back in Paleolithic times. She was rotund. She had healthy breasts. She wasn't long-limbed and slender. She had some meat on her. Back in the 1700s, back in the Rococo French era, curvaceous women were portrayed in paintings because it meant that they had enough food to eat, and that was a desirable quality. So I could keep going. I'm already filming a little bit longer than I had wanted to. My point here today, disservice number one, everything has been altered on Photoshop. Don't believe it. Disservice number two, you are probably spending and worrying way too much about personal appearance. I bet you're beautiful just the way you are. I know I have on some makeup today. I don't know. I guess I don't want to seem like a hypocrite saying don't wear makeup. But I think I've come a long way because my first several videos that I ever put out into the world, I was on Facebook and I posted these videos of myself without any makeup on first thing in the morning, and oh my gosh, I would have never done that. Even a couple years ago, I was so self-critical. I was so miserable, embarrassed of my face somehow. And there's this one line in the movie The Women that Annette Bening says as she heads through the department store with her little dog, and a woman stops her and says, "Oh ma'am, would you like this? It's to fix your face." And Annette Bening says something sort of like, This is my face. Deal with it. And it was just like, bam. Whoa! This is my face. Deal with it. That's what I felt like. And I tell you what, I got better. I had more likes and more activity, more commenting on those videos than I've had on my YouTube channel, unfortunately. But that was so self-affirming. That made me feel so good. That made me feel so good because that little gremlin, that little voice inside us that is the inner critic that can be so cruel and mean, that voice talks mad shit, doesn't it? Talks madness, says some of the worst things to us that we would never say out loud. We would never say those things to our best friends, to people we cared about. We need to care about ourselves. We need to be our own best friend. So make sure your self-talk is healthy, your self-talk is patient, your self-talk is in admiration, healthy self-talk. Treat yourself well, treat yourself with respect, love your body. We've got this one for this lifetime. Haters are gonna hate. I don't even listen to Taylor Swift, but are there truer words? People talk crap because they are unhappy. You go do you. You go be your best, most beautiful, unique self. I am who I am. This is my face. Deal with it. Let your love shine through everybody. That's what really makes you beautiful. All right, I will talk to you soon. I am wishing you so much love. I am sending you so much peace, and please join me in surrounding one another and this beautiful earth in light and love. We are in it together. If you've enjoyed this content today, please like my video, please subscribe to my channel, and share this with somebody. If this helped you, this is going to help somebody else. It's the law of resonance. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Wishing you love, wishing you peace, and wishing you good things. Hang in there, everybody. Much love. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Here's my Larry David. Pretty good. Pretty good.